Let me be perfectly clear from the jump. This is not sex. This is sexual exploitation.
People who see you are vulnerable, so they just want to try if they can do something with you.
Oh boy, do we have a dark video to discuss today. Sex for rent. That's how expensive rent prices are in Canada and other places in the Western world, that people are offering their beds or an extra room in exchange for sex. Let's discuss it in today's video. Kind of a darker subject. We're going to take a look at some videos on TikTok and then also take a look at some news articles relating to this topic. But before we do that, I want to let you guys know that 87% roughly of the viewers on the channel are not yet subscribed. So if you do find yourself coming back and watching content on the channel, please hit that subscribe button. And with that being said, let's get into this.
Housing crisis is so bad that more and more of these sex for rent ads are getting posted. Let me be perfectly clear from the jump. This is not sex. This is sexual exploitation. The men that are posting these ads are in a position of power, and they're taking advantage of people in vulnerable situations, people that are at the end of their rope for their own gratification. CBC just posted a video where they're investigating these sex for rent ads, and they actually had a couple of their journalists respond to some of these postings pretending to be tenants looking for a place to stay. One of the journalists was actually brave enough to meet one of them at a Tim Hortons. She was wearing a hidden mic and camera, and this guy starts going into all the disgusting stuff that he wants to do, but she doesn't have to pay any rent. These sex for rent ads, they'll say something like looking for female available bed share for women, looking for friends with benefits. Sure. The reason that these ads get so much attention is because the rent is either really cheap or free, and everyone knows how expensive and inaccessible housing is right now, so of course they're going to click on these ads. And what I think is so sinister about all this is that these men say that they just want to help people, women only. They just want to help women only. What started off as house hunting has led to some of these women being abused and sex trafficked. I really recommend that you watch CBC's 20-minute video covering this. It's on TikTok and YouTube. It is infuriating and deeply unsettling to watch, but it's important.
Well, these men are just feminists, right? They just want to help women only. That's who they want to help, right? This is just disgusting what's happening, honestly. And a lot of this also has to do with, well, people being creeps, but also the fact that rent prices and housing prices in Canada are just so unaffordable that people are trying to take advantage of it in the most sleazy, disgusting ways, unfortunately. And that's where we're at right now. It's happening a lot in Canada and also in a place called Brampton.
Appalling ad for an apartment in Brampton offers free rent for friends with benefits. The two-bedroom home is described as located near Bramalea City Centre, with the current occupant offering multiple price options for different living arrangements. And the third option is the reason why the post went viral, offering free rent, food, and apparently a shopping budget to anyone who agrees to participate in a friends with benefits situation with the existing tenant.
So basically sugar daddy situations are popping up all over the place. But Brampton, I would be leery about going to Brampton as well, because I mean, unless you're willing to share the house with 5 or 6 other people in like a 1-bedroom house, I wouldn't even, like, this is just disgusting in general. But some of the other stuff that's been going on with rental units in Brampton are not even just specifically about sleazy stuff like this, but just having like slumlords in general is something that happens. It's just part of Brampton at this point. Free room for rent, but there's a catch. Undercover investigation exposes shelter for sex ads. The rental ad on Craigslist offers up a 1-bedroom with a warm bed available, but instead of a price tag, it comes with a description of who qualifies to sleep there: a young petite female looking to escape the cold. Gotta be petite. They had to literally throw in petite female in there. Holy crap. We fool around a little bit here and there, he said. If you are not into having sex, that's cool. We can do other things, he added, before naming the specific sexual acts he expected in exchange for staying in his home rent-free. Soliciting sex for housing is illegal in Canada, but it also is a growing trend according to Brampton Regional Council Rowena Santos, particularly as the housing crisis makes it increasingly difficult to find an affordable place to live. What have we been saying on this channel for the past few months? Housing is becoming a huge problem in Canada, and it's leading to disgusting things like this.
People who see you are vulnerable, so they just want to try if they can do something with you.
There's a seedy side to Ireland's housing crisis. With a dire shortage of accommodation, international students rely on Facebook groups to help out.
I contact this guy because he was saying that he has a 1-room apartment and he was renting for $700. I contact him. He says that he was working at night, so the bed is free, so I can stay in his room. But sometimes he will be there, but he has no problem to share the bed with me because he's single, something like that.
So it's not just Canada, by the way. This is happening in a lot of other countries. One of the other countries that this is happening to a lot in as well is Ireland. That individual was someone who was trying to find a place to rent in Ireland. Presumably they're from South America or Latin America based on the accent. But again, a lot of this has to do with people taking advantage of the housing and rental market.
I've often said this numerous times. If you want to make housing more affordable, get government out of the way. Like remove them, get them out of the way. The permits, the costs, the studies, the consultations, all of these things that literally just drip on people. And I've said it to the tune of about, you can maybe, reduce the price of a home by 40% just by removing government bloat bureaucracy, as you've said.
You could likely get close to that here in Alberta. I guess I just go back to lived experience, and I'll use multifamily housing as an example. If I go back to when I started my career, it wasn't that common. Single family housing was probably worth about 85% of what we built in the city of Calgary, and multifamily was fairly limited, but the affordability was there. But to submit a plan for multifamily development and have that first shovel in the ground was anywhere from 6 to 8 months.
What do you guys think is a good solution to all this? Obviously, as the price of housing remains high and continues to go up, along with rent prices, you're going to have people taking advantage of the situation like we're seeing in today's video. Very disgusting topic, but I thought it was one that needed to be discussed after I found a few articles relating to this and some videos talking about it as well. I just thought it was a video that just tied in really well with what we're talking about on the channel on a mostly daily basis. Anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed today's video. Enjoyed might, again, not be the right word, but I hope you learned something from this video. If you did, please share it with your friends and also hit that like button on the way out, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care.